Hello students, in this PowerPoint presentation I would like to discuss the experiment that is effect of agonist and antagonist that is given in the B Pharmacy 6th semester pharmacology experiment, right? So for the requirement for this experiment, like we require the animal like guinea pig and the drug, as we are looking the effect of agonist and antagonist. So first we require the agonist drug and antagonist. Here we taken the agonist histamine and the dose is strength of that histamine is 10 microgram per ml, while the antagonist we have taken the selective H1 antagonist, which is mepyramine. And the physiological salt solution that we use here, the thyroid solution, the equipment is student organ, bath, beaker and syringe. So as we know, the agonist is a chemical substance that bind to the specific receptor and produce their pharmacological response, while the antagonist is a chemical substance that actually inhibit the effect of agonist by binding with the either competitive or non-competitive binding with the agonistic site. So for this in this experiment, how we will proceed? So first, in the procedure of this experiment, first as we are taking the guinea pig, so is sacrificed by, there are so many method of sacrification. Here we are using the blow on the head and carotid bleeding. We will cut open the abdomen and trace out after cleaning 2 to 3 centimeter long small intestine ileum segments, right? So we will mount this ileum segment on the organ mount, as I already discussed in so many experiments, that how we will use the this length of tissue in the organ bath. And after mounting on the organ bath, we will add the agonist drug, and here the agonist drug is histamine. We will use dose like 0.1 up to the 1.6 in a grading manner, means like 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.8 and 1.6, and we will observe the various response due to this dosing. And once we complete the dosing with the agonist, we will add 0.5 ml of, we will mix the solution of mepyramine and histamine, and in that we will give the 0.5 ml of mepyramine. The dose of mepyramine will be fixed, and in every dose of 0.5 ml of mepyramine we will add, like if we given 0.1 ml of histamine, along with that we will provide 0.5 ml. If we add 0.2 ml of histamine, along with that we will provide 0.5 ml of mepyramine. It means mepyramine will be fixed and the histamine will be in grading response. Then it means we are looking at, along with mepyramine, what is the effect of histamine. So we will record the response. Like here we have represented a graph. In this graph I represented like here you can see this is 0.1 ml and the response is up to this height, and here again we will give the 0.1 ml. Actually this is just because we are checking the equipotency of that particular drug or the healthiness of tissue, because the tissue will provide the same response in the 0.1 ml. It means we can say that everything is okay. So after checking the equipotency, we will move to the 0.2 ml, and the 0.2 ml giving this response, 0.4 ml giving this response, 0.8 ml giving this response. Response is gradually increasing, and as we reach to the 1.6, it is up to this height, and 3.2 it is up to this height. Means what we are looking that at 1.6 and 3.2 both responses are same. So when the responses become same, we can say this is the ceiling effect, because it means after the ceiling effect, or when the ceiling effect starts, after adding how much drug you will add doesn't matter, because all the receptor present is saturated due to that drug. There is no free receptor, so that if you increase the dose of the drug, there will no increase in the response of that particular drug. आपकी डोज को बढ़ाने के बाद भी अब आपको रिस्पांस बढ़ा हुआ नहीं मिलने वाला, क्योंकि यहाँ पे रिसेप्टर आपके सारे यूज हो सके हैं और ये सीलिंग रिस्पांस आ चुका है. And this is called, just before the ceiling result, this is submaximal response. So this is 0.8 ml is submaximal response. So after that we will again check whether the tissue is surviving or not, and healthy is as well as will as it was in earlier stage in the starting of the experiment here. So we will check after administrating 0.8 ml, and the response will be Okay, then what we will do in this further experiment, along with, look here, here is every, in each response there is 0.5 ml of mepyramine, that is fixed dose, that is actually the antagonist of H1 receptor, and the agonist for the H1 receptor, which is histamine, 0.1 ml, 0.2 ml, 0.4 ml, 0.8 ml, 1.6 ml. So along with these we will add in each dose 0.5 ml of mepyramine. So what we are looking that every response of the histamine alone were higher in height, higher in effect, but after adding the mepyramine the response has been decreased. It means we can say the mepyramine is inhibiting histamine to produce their effect. So mepyramine, we can conclude from here that mepyramine is actually working like an antagonist, because it is inhibiting the effect of histamine, क्योंकि height यहाँ पे सारी reduce हो रही है. Now moving to the next slide, how you will prepare the observation. Like dose of agonist is 0.1 to up to the 1.6 ml, and the dose of agonist is agonist along with antagonist. Antagonist you have fixed 0.5 ml. So here is given the dose, the various dose, and the response due to histamine means this dose of this response is this, and the percentage response of this combination dose is this. This one, right? And the percentage response, I have already discussed how to calculate the percentage response in the class. So here the percentage response due to the after adding the mepyramine, the histamines. So here you can check the percentage response of only histamine is this, and percentage response of histamine after adding mepyramine has been decreased, like here 41, here 33, here 58, 42. It is now decreasing. So we can say what will be the conclusion will be that the decreased percentage response along with the mepyramine indicate the antagonistic effect of mepyramine. And we can say the result will be like data and graph reveals the mepyramine inhibit the response of histamine and so produce antagonistic effect. Here, after completing the experiment, the student must know what is CRC and what is the mechanism and category of mepyramine, and must be able to define what is agonist and antagonist. And here are the references where I gathered matter here. So this is all about the effect of agonist and antagonist in this experiment. Thank you very much.